Remind me what you know about growing up on this side. South of the city and we coming to your life. On the 275, homie, that's where I reside. 275, homie, that's where I reside. Straight up out the gutter and you know we gon' rise. South of the city and we coming to your life. On the 275, homie, that's where I reside. 275, homie, that's where I reside. Oh man.
So, bro, how did you come up with the idea of putting the 275 Barbershop cypher together, brother?
Oh, bro, it was a collection of things, eh? It just started off as I wanted to do something that was different for a barbershop, and the idea started off as obviously what they've done in the past is barbershop quartet, but then in the area that we're in, quartet's not our style. So I was just thinking MCing is our style. How's about we do a barbershop cypher?
Yeah.
Then obviously I discussed it with you guys.
Yeah.
Just wrote it down. Basically we just ran with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. When you first came up with the idea, were there people that you had in mind that you wanted to get to be a part of it?
Yeah. So when we first started with the idea, we wanted it to be Mangere only.
Yeah.
Because it was obviously based on a 275. In our 275 store.
Yeah.
But over time we decided that it was better, since it was the first official barbershop NZ cypher,
Yeah.
that we would include other MCs from other areas. So we basically just wrote down the names of who we thought was actually moving with music.
Yes.
So we can actually put them on the cypher and sort of introduce them out there into the world and say that these guys are from NZ. Watch out for their music, it's coming up. But in terms of difficulties, in a perfect world, we wrote down our MCs that we wanted, but not all MCs could have made it on the day. So you know the saying we go by in the store, bro, is 275, trust the process.
Yes.
So we just trusted the process, bro, and went ahead with who we had.
Yeah.
And it worked out all good.
So how did it feel to create a milestone in this country, basically, but in the hip hop scene as well? Because this is the first time anyone's like, there's been cyphers, but there's been nothing like, I guess, to this magnitude and in the same kind of setting.
To be honest, brother, I honestly didn't know how big this will be in the hip hop scene. And I was only, because you know what we're about in the store, bro. We're all about connecting. You know, we're all about bringing our people together to rise each other. So my focus was on that. It wasn't on anything else. It wasn't on the magnitude of setting a NZ record or whatever it is. I just thought my main purpose was to bring MCs together and to try and build a platform for our guys, you know, and put them out there. That was pretty much all that was going through my head.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yo, check out A Clay and Matua Ace's set at the Barbershop Cypher Showcase.
This that old school shit. Let's go. Hey Clay, motto Ace 275, follow the man, you know what it is.
Woo!
Ain't
Yeah,
playing.
check it, y'all,
You know we go way
way back in the time. I gotta apologize in the song. I got sidetracked with my side chick on the side, calling my sidekick. Yeah, I know it did you wrong.
You know,
Calling these lies my own rare to see. Evidence is concrete, all stacked against me. Chinese whispering, so late nights, had to work late nights. Really though, I was really up to something scandalous. White fierce IP too hard for me to handle. I wasn't really hiding it, hoping I would get caught, so I went out of line no more. But it ain't work out like that. Catch your feelings, getting hurt in the process. Still finding it hard to progress. I might confess, I'm sorry for doing you wrong. Up in the top. Sorry I did you wrong. What was I thinking? Baby, take me back, cause my lies ain't working now. Look who's hurting now. You had to shut me down. You had to kick me out. Said I'm sorry I did you wrong. What was I thinking? Baby, take me back, cause my lies ain't working now. Look who's hurting now. You had to shut me down. You had to kick me out. I guess I got it twisted and get so large. I did you wrong, now my losses, I'll pay that cost. Cause the cheat lies in the pictures, cruising through the internet, trying to catfish shit is now a downfall. Cause you lost the faith. Got you slamming them doors and smashing and plates, yelling across the room too, screaming right in my face. I loved you with all my heart, but now it's too late. She's gone at the door, bags packed fat. Last text in, I'd never want you back. And that's the result from a little bit of ass. That shit right there, make the present the past. Apologies from the hard work, hard for a part. Maybe a new start. I'm caught up in this mix. Do I try to make it work or do I biff it in the ditch? I didn't see this coming and it's killing us to bits. Sorry I did you wrong. What was I thinking? Baby, take me back, cause my lies ain't working now. Look who's hurting now. You had to shut me down. You had to kick me out. Sorry I did you wrong. What was I thinking? Baby, take me back, cause my lies ain't working now. Look who's hurting now. You had to shut me down. You had to kick me out.
The name's A. Clay, 35 years old, 34 years of man, grew 1 year in the Wattle Downs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who are your influences, brother?
I can't, as much as everyone loves to hate him, Kanye West, Graduation, still in my top 5 dead or alive. And right now, I'm still on the J. Cole train, Dreamville train. If there's anyone new, join a Lucas.
Yeah, fucking mean answer. Where can people find you and your music, cuz?
At the moment, on bars now.
Good answer, good answer. Hey, our last question that we've got for you, cuz, is what's your favourite verse in all of hip-hop, all time? You don't have to say, you just have to tell us what it is.
Favorite verse of all time. I won't spit any of it, but probably Tupac, Dear Mama.
Sure. What's your name and where you're from, my bro?
Artist name?
Yeah.
Matua Ace, born and bred Mangere.
Sure. And who are your influences, my bro?
I'd say who I think are legends in my mind. So of course Tupac, B.I.G. But then I'd go alongside the culture like Mos Def, Talib Kweli, Nas, KRS-One, and then probably go back to Mali Mao, and the list goes on really.
Sure, that's dope. Have you got any projects in the works?
Absolutely.
Yep.
As of a week and a half ago, my partner became my manager, and we will be dropping a track every 2 weeks for the next 3 months, I believe.
Sure, that's what's up. And where can people find you and your music, cuz?
Well, luckily for you guys, the journey has just begun. So you can follow me on Facebook or IG at Matua_Ace275. Everything has started this year, so I'm happy to say you will see everything as it goes.
Yeah. And we got one more last question for you. What's your favorite verse in all of hip hop?
Ooh.
You don't have to say the whole thing. You just have to say
I'd
what it's
say,
from.
I'm gonna just put it out there, but it'd have to be the first verse to 1970 something B.I.G. Notorious.
When the day came and the time came, what were some things that you observed about the MCs, like when they came in? Because everyone was on their own tip, but were there any observations that you made, like maybe that there were similarities between how people were approaching it, or like just any observations that you made on the day, bro?
Some observations that I noticed is everyone always comes in shy, especially when you're from the hood. You always approach everything with caution. But the reason why I was trying to do that was trying to break that, because this was an environment where we was just bringing like-minded people together. So we all had one goal on that day.
Yeah.
And that was just to set that cipher out.
Who surprised you on the day? Because like you hadn't necessarily seen all these dudes rhyme before, and like when you saw them in action, like who was someone that you were like, oh, pleasantly surprised by, I guess? Because there would have been a few dudes that were like, oh, didn't know he had it in him, you know what I mean?
To be honest, bro, I was actually quite surprised by everyone.
Yeah.
Because you only see, this was a different side of them, mate, of what they were bringing to the table.
Yeah.
And obviously, you were there, bro, you saw the one takes, you know? So those guys that did the one takes, it was like, man, these guys came ready, came hungry.
Yeah.
And you could see it in them, you know, who was hungry.
So, bro, even after the cypher went down, we had a continuation of the cypher with the you put on the gig. What were some things that made you want to put together the gig? Because the cypher is one thing, but doing a gig is a whole nother monster, brother.
Yeah. The reason I wanted to put a gig together was to celebrate our cypher.
Yeah.
You know, celebrate us coming together.
Yeah.
But also giving our MCs a platform to do live performances.
Yes.
And like I said, the first cypher was a learning.
Yeah.
Also putting out these live performances was learnings.
Yeah.
So it's just us putting on for us.
Yeah.
You know, we don't need to rely on anyone else. But it was good to see all the brothers, you know, putting on.
So does that mean that this is just the beginning of something? Like there's gonna be more ciphers than that?
I do have some things in mind, because remember what I'm trying to do is just trying to bring a connection.
Yeah.
So obviously the more ciphers we do, the more connecting we'll be doing.
Yeah.
So I have things in mind that I want to do.
Yeah.
With the next cipher.
Yeah.
That's why I can't wait till this lockdown just starts and finishes, so we can get straight into it.
Yeah.
I've already got some MCs lined up with some ciphers, because there's gonna be categorized ciphers.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yo, check out footage right now of my man Alpha rocking at the Barbershop Cypher Showcase.
Good Trilogy Bar, make some noise! Oh yeah, I go by the name Alpha. Pleasure to be here tonight with everybody. Drop that first track, my G. About to set this shit off like this. Yeah. Much love to everybody coming out tonight. Yeah, yeah. Apex Music. You know we here. Check it. Raised to be righteous from a place where I live. Everyone is programmed, caught up in the virus. Hanging to the system, cause ain't no politician be listening. Corruption is a criminal offense. Try to deny it, ain't nobody buying it. Wolf sheep clothes and a suit and a tie with it. Land on the free, let us be the ones supplying it. Going out to catch a karma, wonder we be diving it. Putting our food on the table. Able to survive without cable, my family be stable. Man verse wild, even since I was a child. Running through my veins in the Tory lifestyle and loving it. Why is my people be struggling when there's no jobs and living dreams be suffering? No one's got your back, as a matter of fact, so keep the backstab. Chit chat setting your trap very good for many generations, affecting our culture that causes separation amongst ourselves all over the nation. Going worldwide through a negative creation, positive vibration lurking, always put the work in. Never took a risk cause real life was certain. From rags to riches, from rags to snitches. Matter of fact, I bring it back, no fiction daily. Current
Sporting events is going crazy. And my 9 to 5 still wanna underpay me, Mr. BOSS. Yeah, we all stressed, yes. Working overtime on a minimum wage, yes, it's hectic. Trying to test it, but it's pathetic. We wreck it. Out of this world, where's the exit? No more getting done up. We gonna front up and get the respect that we deserve when we come up around. Trying to feed our hungry kids when we down. And still we got our poker face on, keep the smile while we in the mood. No shit for free, trying to shout to the platoon. Survive in the future for a better way. Freedom is a must, trying to fight another day. If we gotta stand up for what we believe in, it's probably worth dying for, cause nobody sees it. Living in this horrible life. Yeah.
Yeah, what's good? My name is Alpha and I'm from a small town called Portikey, 315. Yeah.
Sure, and can you tell us your influences?
Yeah, so my influences are cats like Crooked Eye, Royce the 5'9", cats like Nas, Big Pun. Yeah, those are pretty much my influences that I've kind of been enduring in my own little style lately. So yeah, it's been a bliss.
Can you tell us if you got anything coming up that we can look out for?
Yeah, I've actually got a couple of projects. I've got a collab with a homie Factor. It's called the A Factor Project, which will be hopefully coming out in March. I also have another collab album with my brother who's also in the works of making a project, and I've got my actual album releasing this year as well.
Sure. We see you rocking your own merch. Can you tell us where we can get a hold of that?
Yeah, so this is Apex Hoodwear merch. You can get this on Facebook and Instagram, which is at Apex Hoodwear.
Yeah.
Cop that.
And can you tell us where people can find you and your music, cuz?
Yeah, so you can find my music on Facebook, which is Alpha Music, all in capitals, and Instagram at Alpha 2.0 with a V. Peace.
Sure.
Favorite verse?
Ooh, my favorite verse. Shucks. Damn. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Saw the Pippa and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hey, all day. Rest in peace.
So I've got a couple of ciphers. So like we were talking before, we were talking about the first Barbershop cypher would be a 275 Mangere one.
Yeah.
So because we didn't do that, one of the upcoming ones would be a Mangere 275 cypher.
Yes.
Bringing all the up and coming Mangere artists, because there's so many,
Yeah.
There's so many. But then in doing this, after we finished that first cypher, I got so many people DMing, hitting up, you know, brothers from Otara, brothers from Central, and I was just telling them how we're going about it. But in the process of doing all of that, one of the next cypher that I'm gonna do, or that we're gonna do, is a high school cypher.
Wow.
So because it's a 275 cypher, so it's incorporated high schools and Mangere. So we're gonna look at the high schools that are surrounding Mangere, Asda, Mangere College, Southern Cross, Otahu, De La Salle, Aorere. And we're gonna get MCs from those schools. Bring them together. And then I'm gonna, what I have planned is to do a small school tour with those guys, so that, and them wearing their school uniform, so that it brings a connection. It represents their school, and it brings a connection. So when they're out there in the school, and the whole point of that is obviously to bring the connection, but to try and bring down the school beef. Because I mean, I left school 20 years ago, or you know, it might seem long ago, 20, but I left school early. So I'm younger than you think.
I know what you mean about school beef. Say, I mean, I come from a place, I didn't even go to these schools, but bro, there's two high schools opposite each other, you know what I mean? And after school, they meet at the shops and they beef it, alright? So I know what you mean about this stuff. What about, what did you observe of the MCs? Because we've got the studio at the shop, right? We've got the studio at the shop. But what did you observe about the guys who come into the studio opposed to the dudes that came into the cypher, because those are two different monsters. Being able to spit in the cypher and being able to rock in the studio. Were there any differences that you noticed?
Well, a couple of guys couldn't make the cypher, but they recorded some tracks in the studio.
Yeah.
And that was because some guys couldn't make it because they had things on.
Yeah.
But then some guys, the style of the beat,
Yeah.
you know, it wasn't their style, which was all good.
Yeah.
And that's what we mean by trust the process.
Yeah.
Because whoever's supposed to be in it is supposed to be in it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, like that's the difference. You can see like the style of MC that they are. You know what I mean? Some of the people just make songs, and some people do songs and can spit live kind of, or just, you know, like just different styles of rappers.
But like for me, I'm not a rapper.
Yeah.
I listen to rap and I've always listened to rap.
Yeah.
But when you switch stuff up and you do that sort of stuff, it actually separates MCs from rappers.
Yeah.
You know.
That's totally up.
You know.
Yeah.
And I'm, like I said, I'm not a rapper.
Yeah.
So I can't make judgment on what's out there.
Yeah.
But just from an outside perspective, looking into the industry.
Yeah.
You know.
There's a clear difference sometimes. Yeah.
Check out the next set from Leader Libra, one of the OGs from Westside.
Leader Libra, you don't know, about to find out, yeah. Rappers clean slanging the bag, sticking the cash, more fussing but I know they line. Seafood the eye of the tiger, side of a sniper, like on tugging like an fighter. Pilot I'm flying, high in the orbit, gripping the foreign like right in the comment. My name from the man got big waves coming, so consider this here a tsunami warning. I'm Oakland's most wanted, like I had a warrant. Coppers are coming and choppers look for it. Money is calling for me every morning. I open the door and I start looking for it. Talent's enormous, you cannot ignore it. Wait up the balance, I paid up the mortgage. Keeping the horse. Gorgeous, look for it inside it, she look like a tourist. Change up her water, my diamonds are flawless. Came up from nothing and now I got all this. Everything bitches, they won't push a corners, but I beat the case with the highest paid lawyers.
Leader Libra, which is real name plus the star sign. I'm from Te North, West Side, AKC.
Yeah. Who are your influences, brother?
You, my bro, fucking, it's good music.
It's a good answer. Where can people find you and your music, bro?
Leader Libra, Facebook.
IG?
Leader Libra. That's LEDA Libra. IG, Facebook. Yeah, by the time you see this, it'll be on the other platforms, iTunes, Spotify. We have a digital platform, I'd say.
Sure, brother.
So something to make you right now.
Yeah. And last question, my bro. What is your favorite verse in all of hip hop? You don't have to rap it, but you just tell us what it is.
Foundation from Exhibit. Basically the whole song. To me, that's foundation of hip hop. To me, in a way, you know.
Were you disappointed at all by any of the guys who couldn't make it? Because we had some pretty up there names, but
can't be disappointed, bro.
Yeah.
Because you know everyone goes through their own. Everyone's got their own journey.
Yeah.
And if they commit to something, but then something else happens.
Yeah. That's life.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know? And that's why we always say, bro, trust the process.
Yeah. That's
because you can't be disappointed on another brother.
Yeah.
For his actions that's out of his control.
Yeah, you don't know what he's going through.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's all good, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
fair enough.
but the main thing that I appreciate from this, even though those MCs couldn't make it, was I was able to connect with them.
Yes.
So that relationship's now there.
Yeah.
And
waiting to be built on.
Who knows, there could be something in the future.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right, brother.
It's all good, man. It's all
that's
good.
right. That's right. So we had Multi TV come through and document the day, brother.
Yep.
How did it feel to have them come through? Because that's kind of like a pretty big cosign there, national broadcaster television channel. So how did that make you feel about the whole feeling of the cypher happening, bro?
Well, I was quite over the moon, eh?
Yeah.
Only for the fact that, like you said, it's a big major TV network, multi-television, and it was just putting our people on, you know, because our people deserve it, bro. Our MCs deserve a platform, you know, a worldwide platform where they're on, and you know, like when so the MCs that were there,
Yeah.
the way I see it, bro, is we set a bar. There should be nothing under that.
Yeah.
You know, so if a local or a national TV network turned up to record us or to film something,
Yeah.
that's the standard.
Yeah.
So those MCs that were all involved
Yeah.
shouldn't go anything lower than that.
Yes.
You know, and then when we do the next cypher, we don't go lower than that.
Yeah. That's right.
So
brother.
it's just elevating us every time, and the sooner we start putting us up, you know, a level.
Yeah.
You know, like we'll have our days when we drop.
Yeah.
But the sooner we put ourselves up,
Yeah.
better and faster.
Yeah. It's growing.
Yeah, it'll grow and.
That's the new bar. You're right, bro. That's the new bar. We've created the new bar, and for other people and us to carry on, like you said, we need to stick to the standard and keep raising the level, bro. Because if people fall below, then it's like just kind of nullifies what we've already done. You know what I mean? Hard. What we did with the cypher, just as it's the beginning of something. It's something for us to build on in the future. So we've got our avenues of our own that we're working on, that we're gonna use to do that building. So I guess this was just a foundation kind of thing for you know, those things to occur, man, because without this happening, then yeah, there would be nothing to build on. So the hip hop scene, like we said, because we've done one cypher already and we've created a level, that's the new bar. You're right, bro, that's the new bar. We've created the new bar, and for other people and us to carry on, like you said, we need to stick to the standard and keep raising the level, bro. Yo, next up we got my man Pope Bronze, straight out of Otara, rocking his set at the Barbershop Cypher Showcase. Choo!
Featuring P Strict and Slick Percenter.
Yeah.
To the fucking A. You said fuck. Be strict. Yeah, S to the fucking A. Yeah. Hey. We getting money, I swear they funny. We walk the talk while they left you were running. But when I'm around, fuck, I still don't ain't nothing. I'm perfect, try to see if I'm bluffy. Staying legit, so I can break from the traffic. Run on my money, try to stick to this rap. Beds in the hood up, we never caught lack. Gotta stay awake, cause I know they sleep on me. Haters so smack, but we make shit happen. Saying we the same, but I tell you we different. The only one shooting, we do it with purpose. Gotta attend to the south and the expensive. Running the show, now they're blowing my phone. I tell them to go, and I set them to vote. I flick up the load, and I stack up the dough. Cause it's all that we know, but keep shit on the low. You ain't on my league, so stay out of my lane. It's all about paper and dollar side A. Still trying to get paid in this hustle we made. So back where I stay with the moves that I make. I'm in it for that long run, I'm in it for the race. Trying to sack figures with a belly on my face. Every time I swear, brother, the knives what I say. I ain't even gonna aim. 2-7-4, I take down doors. Off them, I'ma go to war, fucking die for respect. I don't forgive or forget. What the fuck did you expect? I came to collect. Faggot, I get what your tears, but that'll be shit. You won't get bludgeoned to death, cause chopping it up that makes sense. Then I buy kids, pussy. I got little homies that sit on the bench. They just be hungry to go and do hits. I tell them they trip, we go way more at risk. When I do the miss, I don't need fingerprints. Get straight to the point, I don't need to draw pins. These scammers call around telling fibs. They need an army to go against them. I take them all out of there, gotta take pics. Powder and numbers, get their confidence. Don't push us, push your way over to the grip. Don't sit and wait for the buzz to kick in. See the meth in your eyes. But still you ain't ready to fight. If it's beef, take his teeth on sight. Snake ass chop, get this slice. Drop to the stop on, you're a crack pipe. He said he want peace, he started confessing. So I put the heat to his head, now I'm sweating. He's in a ball farm, get fast with machete. Gotta tell the Kiwi, I need to see messy. Back to the trap, preparing the Dennis, and you back on the streets, more fried than Freddy. Get my old souls on you to be petty. They say just give me the word when you're ready. I'm telling you now and I'll tell you again. My teeth full of pillars, so much to defend. Flavor the paper on streets where we came down well. Find it, I still never been. He's cooking up beats, and I'm telling you a 10. If you to make money, then you to make sense. Half of you fans will just sit on the fence. They can't comprehend when I'm checking their lip. The scene, barely right on me, not trying to be seen. Yeah, I got people that call me the chef, cause I'm here for the coin. Stack up the G's, life on the street, living life better with all that cheese. I'm singing up cause we play in the slot. We still creating havoc in the city streets. Still trapping and rapping and living at 30. Spending on 5, legitimate early. When we reach the top, then I'm winning no time, suck block. I set up and serving for life.
Sure, so could you tell us who you are, where you're from, my bro?
My name's Pete Browns, I'm from Utah.
Yeah. Who are your influences?
Fuck, I didn't even know.
That's all good, my bro.
I
It could be anything. Yeah, nah, all good. Fucking. We've seen that you've been putting out a steady fucking stream of music for the last couple of years now. Where can people find you and your music, my bro?
YouTube. Just YouTube it. Pete Browns. P-A-P-E-B-R-O-N. $.
Cheers, what's up? And last question, is it that? What's your favorite verse in all of rap, bro, of all time, bro?
Fuck.
You don't have to say it or anything.
Off
you
the
just
top?
say what it is. Yeah.
It'll probably be Tupac. Fuck, what's that song? Fuck. Me Against the World?
Yeah.
The second verse.
Solid, my bro. Sweet. Thank you, my G. That's it.
Hey,
Oh,
is it still on?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to Pax the General. Shout out to my man, the mastermind behind the camera.
Yeah.
Much love to 275 from the 274.
Chill, my G. So,
Who was your favorite?
my favorite was lyrically. My favorite was Zeno.
Yeah.
Lyrically, my favorite was Zeno. Like for just bro, I think all like for the whole thing, bro. My favorite was Pete Browns. G.
Yeah.
I really enjoy. I like his perspective. Like he just really doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But he like keeps it real. He's just. He is
he's
who he is,
chill,
brother.
man. He's
He
chill.
is who he is, eh?
Like,
He is who he is, bro,
Yeah.
and he's unapologetic about that shit. And I like that. It reminds me of the older generation of Utara. You know what I mean? Sick and all them. They're the same, bro. They just are who they are, you know. And they pull no punches about it, G. You know what I mean? But
What about Flu?
who flow wise?
Yeah.
Flow, I might have to go with like someone like Silas. He got those flows, bro.
Marlon City.
Yeah, Marlon City. They came through. Definitely came through on the day, bro.
Yeah.
Even had the performances.
Yeah.
But then I enjoyed dudes like Matua Ace and Clay and that really smooth as well, bro. I enjoyed their stuff, eh? Especially at the show, bro. I really enjoyed their showmanship, eh? Like I didn't expect that because you know when the Ace come with the singing and all that shit, I was like, wow, I didn't know these dudes were on like this. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was cool. What about you, brother? Who did you enjoy on the day
Of the cypher or the...
of the cypher?
Bro, to be honest, bro, they were all good.
Yeah.
But the standout for me, bro, was Jay Hustle.
Yeah,
Has to be Jay Hustle, bro, because he was the youngest.
yeah,
You know, it was basically a boy amongst men.
yeah,
You know, doing MCs, but he came.
yeah,
You know, he just came, and I was observing him during the time.
Yeah.
Like, he was just chill, man, just kick back. You
Yeah.
know, he was polite.
Yeah.
You know that dude's well mannered.
yeah.
Bro, he's just on, bro. So
Yeah.
he's a good leader for, you know, the next generation coming up.
Tafai, Zeno Raz, the alias everyone knows me as, from Taupo originally, but now staying out west, Auckland.
Sure. Who are your influences?
I have to say, from day one would have been Tupac, would have been the first, more so because of his poetic side. But these days would be my top three will be Joyner, Tech 9 and Eminem.
Dope. Where can people find you and your music, brother?
I'm on SoundCloud, Instagram, Facebook, so YouTube.
What's the name?
The name will be Zeno Ra. Either that or I am Zeno Ra.
Cool. And our last question we've got for you, brother. What is your favorite verse of all time from anyone? You don't have to spit it, just tell us what it is.
Probably Infinite by Eminem.
Give us your name and where you're from, cuz.
I'm Jay Hustle and I'm from Mangere.
Who are your influences, bro?
Savage, Luca Razy, and Poetic Malo Downs.
Shit. And you got any new stuff on the way? Tell us about your new shit you got coming up.
Oh yes, we got this new song called Way of Life coming out on the 6th, 2020.
Yeah, White on your day.
Yeah.
And where can people find you in your music, my friend?
They can find me on Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
What about your merch? We see you got your own merch. Where can we find your merch, brother?
You can find my merch on my Instagram page and Facebook.
Sweet, bro. All good.
Shout out to PTG and Hookbanger for being on my new song.
Yeah, you know what? Shout out to Prestige. You remind me of Prestige, bro. Like when we used to go on tour and that, Prestige was always that guy, bro. You knew you didn't know what he was doing, but you knew he was somebody that was doing something and getting ready to do something, you know what I mean? Because, bro, yeah, man, I've been all over the country and those dudes are just so professional with the A, you know? Like, bro, I even done gigs with them and they stomp through the stage, bro. Stomp holes in the stage and we gotta go after them and they're like, watch out for that hole, you know what I mean? Yeah, but what about at the gig? Who did you enjoy at the gig, brother?
Bro, who I enjoyed, bro, was probably A. Clay.
Yes.
Bro, A. Clay, he was a solid opener for that show, man.
Yes.
Like, he held it down with his what kind of rap is that? Like the mixtape style, eh? Is it?
Yeah, well, it's like it's very 90s influenced, you know, because he had all the 90s beats in that. So it just reminded me of just like not old school, but like just a 90s style, eh?
Bro, and it was a good starter, bro. Like
yes.
Set the vibe, set the tone.
Yes. Because it was something that people were familiar with, eh? Or like our generation, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
The younger guys, even they could appreciate it, though. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because even though they might not have come up on this shit, their big brothers and sisters, or even their mums and dads might have. Yeah, you know, they would have heard it when they were babies or some shit. Yo, check out the set from my man Silas featuring the brothers Evil Flows and K Killer from Black Ace Records, Barbershop Cypher Showcase.
Turn it up, brothers. Turn it right up, my niggas. Smash that shit up. Chill. I'm running like an old school bit. From women spinning with a drop down bit. Candy pink body, she's a hottie, no shit. I'ma hit it switches cause I love to see it drop it low. I'ma ride it like an old school bit. From women spinning with a drop down bit. Candy pink body, she's a hottie, no shit. I'ma hit it cause I love to see it drop it low. She dropping low, I be yelling at Geronimo. Aim so tight, trying to smash with no rubber roll. Brakes all blind until we crash into the motherboard. Hit the spot once, heavy singing in another chord. Back speak on the real, got the body of a goddess and the goddess that will kill. And he jump up the skill with the broad so to match. I'm a G up the street, shorty, I don't need a patch. See those I'ma catch the 9 yards with the hole in one time for the motherfucking love. LOL, gone down with the tip in ya. Cause I came from the motherfucking side. Yeah, you probably heard this shit before. Started up from the bed and now we down on the floor. Basically handing the flag. I mean to get to the gas. Roman spinning with the drop down. Candy pink body, she's a hottie, no shit. I'ma hit it switches cause I love to see it drop it low. I'ma ride it like an old school whip. Drop down fit, candy pink body, she's a hottie, no shit. I'ma hit it cause I love to see it drop it low. She drop it low, how the breath floor to gravity. Sliding in the hole, I feel that hole like it's a cavity. Calling your majesty, I cower at you. Hit you with the latest rain, have it dripping out your chin. Pumping for the wind, triple pumping to the flip. But the issue finish, show is someone call him Mexican. It's a party, can you win? Execution off the lot. Only point is me and showing it to you, that all you got. I'ma drag and get the knee. Have you seen it to the mic when you be praying on your knees? Put the trigger way back, like a dungeon, I'm a juggler, I'ma have to say that. On the west, I'ma wake up. Better wake up, now meet your makeup. Chill, chill. I'ma ride it like an old school whip. Roman spinning with a drop down fit. Candy pink body, she's a hottie, no shit. I'ma hit it switches cause I love to see it drop it low. I'ma ride it like an old school whip. Roman spinning with a drop down fit. Candy pink body, she's a hottie, no shit. I'ma hit it switches cause I love to see it drop it low. Chill. Your boy Silas in the building.
Introduce yourself, my G, who you are, where you're from.
Yo, what up, your boy Silas, Black Ace Records, Marlon City, Rewa, 67.
Yeah. Who are your influences, my bro?
My influences would be my parents, mother and father. They brought up in the struggle and helped us get where we are today, so just gotta give it up for them.
Solid, bro. Solid. Where can we find you and your music, cuz?
Find me on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, SoundCloud, everywhere. Silas Music, also my team Blackish Records, and every hustle counts.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we see you rocking your merch and shit. So tell us where you can find your guys' merch and shit as well.
At the moment, we've sold out all our merch, but we'll be back in a few months. Just straight pro clubs, brother. Gotta go straight pro club.
Yeah. And last question we got for you is, bro, what's your favorite verse in all of hip hop, my bro? You don't have to say it, just tell us what it is.
It'll be the Biggie Smalls 10 Commandments.
Yeah, that's what's up. Thank you, my bro.
All good, brother.
What about on the? You got another question?
No, I've got one, but.
What about on the day of the cypher? Who did you enjoy, like, flow wise? Who had the coolest, dopest flow to you?
Dopest flow for me would most likely be Silas. Bro, just the flow, but the flow came with energy.
Yes, relentless.
Oh, bro, but then there was Lita Lee, bro.
Yeah.
Like how he was just flowing on the beat, bro. Yeah. Even when the mic, remember when we started just warming up?
Yeah.
And bro, like, yeah, I don't know, man.
Nah,
like,
that's my boy, bro. I know exactly what you mean.
Bro, like,
that's why I brought him on, bro.
Yeah.
He's a veteran, bro.
Yeah.
Like he was in the crew. So what people don't know about him, bro, is he was in the group that was like the West Side version of Decons.
Yeah.
And they're like the OG group out west, and he was a part of that, bro. So that's like how long he's been around. You know what I mean? And for him to come and be a part of the cypher and be up and there with dudes like J Hustle and that's a big thing, bro. You know, because bro, they were like ripping it like 20 years ago nearly. You know what I mean? Hey, they performed at the big day out and shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, for him to show that he's still got the skills, bro, it's a big thing.
There was just so many good flows, bro. Like Zeno.
Yeah.
You know? Zeno. Yeah. Oh, bro. Like, I don't know, man. My memory's not good, but bro, all those dudes, bro.
Yeah.
Lifted up in their own way. Yeah. You know? They all came ready.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You know, A Clay, Matua Ace, Alpha.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Everyone had their own little things about them, right?
Inked Up.
Yeah, Inked Up, bro, even.
His flow was on.
Yeah, shout out to Inked Up, man. Like, he, for the circumstances that he has as an artist, and you know, because he shared with us that he can't remember, and for him to actually get up and bang out and just do that shit is big. So shout out to the bro. That takes some nuts,
Bro, he's on, bro.
Yeah, bro, he ripped that shit.
Bro, everyone was just on, bro. Like, bro, if I had a hat, bro, I'll take it off to all of you, bro. Yourself too, bro. Like, you know, even though the big homies coming through, just showing love from the get-go.
Yeah.
You know, it's basically just, and that's how it should be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All the big homies looking out for the next ones coming through.
Yeah.
We'll create the platform, you know, but we only can do so much. You know, and then it's up to them.
That's right,
to carry on.
That's right. We set the precedent, and it's for them to build on it. Yo, right now we're gonna cut some footage of my set, PTG, featuring Hazardous, Peace Smoke, and filling in for my man Lens, Tipini.
Check it out. Check that shit. Hashtag protect Humato.
Yeah. Trilogy.
Hazardous.
What's up?
T-Penny.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
My people out there on the front line, going toe to toe with the one time. Protect me, try to meet my rights. Like what we doing ain't right. They ain't force us to fight. Gonna stay resilient till they hear our plight. They can stop the power, but they can't turn off our might. The origins of our city pay homage to the anyone. Saying loud and clear to make sure that they hear us. Never sell myself for the almighty dollar. Colonization won't take me by the collar. Steal our land, but you can't take away the runner off the area. Without you, no one want to do that. I'm with my family. I'm feeling again, doing that thing. They're bringing the bones and the chaining. You're taking my soul. I'm making this thing with my family. I'm feeling again, doing that thing. You're bringing the bones and the chaining. taking my soul. Yeah, today we moaning, coming straight from the land of the long white cloud. Don't tear out or sing it loud. If we moanies what it's about, taking a stand, understand. We're here to reclaim what's ours, special voted against you cowards. My people's got the power to fight for what's right and just. Taking it over, let you know who's boss, doing this beat ain't any. Watch you part of a full spit toss because it's about that time to unite. It ain't about money, hungry, wholehearted, thinking it's funny. TDTOI, tell me must be reintroduced and since a document approved. Let every nation know in the world that Maori telling the truth about those promises made to our people by the European. Our rights are supposed to be equal, so tell me why my people agree when accusing you of my privilege gave to your misuse. Proving in time it's all illusion, leave us to deal with the confusion. I tell you what, how about you leave us how it was before? Before you scam the settlers, came invading now, sure. Yeah. I'm breaking the bones and the chain. You're taking my soul. I'm making this thing with the family. I'm gonna look into a thing. You're breaking the bones and the chain. Taking my soul. Yeah. I'm political buckle for the young and the restless. While the government has been sent to arrest us. We protect this, we not protest this. Feel the wider up, the spirit of the test us. Upon integrity of mother, federal and safety of mother, hear who come to defend you up. It comes to police, I'm coming in peace. All teamed up with this one, but we don't cease. We're taking a stand because you're taking our land. Also for government, I don't understand. I'm moving of unity, a banner of flag. I mobilize masses to the minute demand. I get up, stand against confiscation. I'm doing a line against confiscation. Built to a warrior, a peaceful warrior, ready for war, hucker. Making the audience jump, jump, fire, jump, wonder, jump, you know, you rock the all touches the federal. Jump, fire, jump, wonder, jump, you know, you rock the all touches the federal. I'm making a stand with my family. I'm feeling I can't do a damn thing. You're breaking the bones and the chain link. You're taking my soul. Make some noise, Pucks General. T-Penny, hazardous.
Yo, my name is Pucks General PTG, 5-star P. I'm from out West Auckland. I live in West Auckland, but I hail from Opotiki, East Coast, and Pawaringa in the north. But I'm 20 years deep in the West, so putting on for the West. My influences are my mum and dad. They instilled a lot of things in me, and my grandfather. But musically, I'd have to say a lot of East Coast stuff like Biggie, Nas, Big Pun, Joel Ortiz, Saigon, just a lot of stuff. And then later on I started getting into down south stuff like Scarface and all that kind of stuff, so there's a lot of influences. You can find my stuff online at Pucks the General on all your social media platforms. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and I've got a site also, officialptg.com, so I'll go there and you can buy all my old material. I've got hard copies, and in the future I'm about to get some merchandise and stuff popping and some new music also, so keep an eye out for that. My favorite verse in all of hip hop, oh man, that's a real hard one. Probably Big Pun, What You Gonna Do? That's my favorite shit. It's hard to explain how my squad could harbor the strain of being the largest name of rap since Almighty Kane. Regardless of pain, my college terrain was a registry from Harlem to Queens, back to the Bronx and fathered the dream. Started this game called rap where I reign supreme. My team. Yeah. Check. Yo, shout out to my mans DJ 75 and the bro Dazza from Certified Live Sound for holding us down on the night and making sure everything ran smoothly sound-wise.
I also want to give a big thank you to our sponsors, Hair Valet, Print Spot, Slim Thick, Stay Busy, Post Media, and of course, 275.
Yo, and if you haven't already seen it, make sure you go check out the Barbershop Cypher, New Zealand's first Barbershop Cypher, in the bio. The links are there for all three. Check it out, comment, give it a thumbs up. and subscribe to us. Hey, while you're at it, make sure you go follow all the artists. The links to their social media pages will be underneath this video. Check them, support them, follow them, keep in touch.
Tell me what you know about growing up on this side. South of the city and we coming to your life. On the 275, homie, that's where I reside. 275, homie, that's where I reside. Straight up out the gutter and you know we gon' rise. South of the city and we coming to your life. On the 275, homie, that's where I reside. 275, homie, that's where I reside. Oh, man.